Hey there, today I want to talk about carbohydrates because let's face it, not all carbs are created equal, right? We have vegetables on one end of the spectrum, which are high in fiber, very little sugar, very little glucose in them. So they have a very little impact on blood sugar, insulin, and you're not going to store a lot of energy from eating vegetables. Okay, very slow entry of sugar into your system. Cake, on the other end of the spectrum, is very high in energy, very high in sugar, very low in fiber. So the impact is pretty immediate. You get a big insulin response, lots of storage, because there's no way you're going to burn up the amount of energy coming from a slice of cake while you're sitting there and eating cake. Now, fruit is a great combination of fiber and sugar. Certainly should be part of your diet to a degree, depending on what your goals are. There's still sugar in fruit. I know people say the natural sugar, you'll hear the natural sugar. Okay, it still has fructose and glucose in there, about 40 to 60% fructose, and the rest being glucose, much like table sugar, which is 50-50 fructose to glucose. High fructose corn syrup is 55% fructose to 45% glucose. Not much different between fruit and sugar, other than the fiber. And of course the nutrients, which are great for us, but the fiber is what slows down the impact of sugar into our system. So the difference between drinking the fruit juice, or let's say apple juice from 5 apples versus eating 5 apples, there's a big difference. You're going to get a bellyache if you try eating 5 apples because of the fiber, okay, which is slowing down the impact of the sugar. Now you still have to count that sugar, okay, if you have say a carb allotment for the day, you still have to count the fruit, okay? Because it does have an impact on your fat burning and how much of your stored fuel you're going to be using versus what you're putting in from the fruit. But it's, the fiber does help, and it is certainly better than cake. I'm going to address one thing, and I don't want anyone to be offended by this because it's certainly not my intent, but just to make you aware. Buying organic carbs, okay, does not make them have less of an impact on your insulin or fat storage or your weight loss. It's not going to make it much different. Now, I'm all about buying organic. I mean, we have organic tortilla chips in the pantry. I've got my stash of organic dark chocolate that I enjoy. That's my treat. Yeah, I'm down with Monsanto. I hate GMOs and all the pesticides. Who wants those in your system? But that doesn't make buying organic cake or bread or even the chocolate I buy have any less of an impact on blood sugar, on insulin, on fat storage. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. Don't use that to justify eating something you're not supposed to eat, eating something that's not on your plan, okay? So, the best way to determine the impact of a carb on your system is to take the total carbs and subtract the fiber, okay? So, and you can find this out with using like an app like MyFitnessPal is a great one because it has a huge database and breaks down all the macros that'll be in it, the protein, the fat, the carbs, and has the fiber in there. So if you take the total carbs, subtract the fiber, then you see the net carb. So whatever carb allotment you have for the day, let's say you're on a eating plan that allows you to have 125 grams of carbs a day, then whatever carb you eat, just subtract it. And the app's a great way to do that because you can plug it in through your day and then you know where you sit. It gives you a budget. You're not guessing, oh, I've had too much, or it doesn't make you say, oh, I just ate that, cake at the office birthday party. It's all over from here. Why, I'll get back on my diet tomorrow. No. That's not going to work long term or even short term. Let's face it. Give yourself a budget. Okay, if you ate the cake, you means you eat less at dinner. That's all it is. And if you know what your carb allotment is, and you're tracking it, then it's very easy to say, okay, let's just subtract that carb from the cake out of my budget, okay? Or the fruit that you ate as your snack, which is a great food, but subtract it from your budget. So if you have any questions about this, please post them. I love questions. I'm happy to answer them. If you felt this was beneficial, well, please, again, like it, share it, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.